And we which makes it look like we're only $40,000 down in cash. But I did raise with the finance and executive committees that our operating cash balance if we go down and look at um, that's a result of two things. One, we were waiting for funding from the SBA for the fourth quarter of last calendar year, which is the second quarter of the grant. So we were 2 quarters with $120,000 that we were waiting for there, and the county had not paid. We just received the SBA money and the county money. Is that correct, Kat? The fourth quarter?
Yeah, first quarter.
First, yeah.
First quarter for the
County.
and then
Second quarter for
yeah, second quarter.
for SBA. And we just we're about to submit the requisition for the March 31st quarter for the SBA funding under the current contract. Interest earned from the loan fund back into the loan fund. And if you look at the next report on page 5, and you look at the first column, it shows that we made $21,000, but it shows we lost $9,000 in operations for the quarter. which, basically, means by putting the interest back into the loan fund, we're in a situation where, on an operating cash basis, we're plus on an aggregate reporting basis, but on an actual cash basis, we're using $9,200 of cash in that window, as opposed to using the interest from the loan fund to pay our bills. We've built the loan fund now to where it's 3.8 million. And we thought that it was important to continue to build that, but we have done a cash flow through year end, and part of the operating money, in addition to the 138 in the operating account, is a $250,000 reserve account. That's board directed, so if we needed to go into that for cash flow, we would have to come back to the board. My goal, of course, is not to do that, so we did work through a cash flow analysis that, based on getting quarterly payments, most of our payments are quarterly. That will be fine, but I did want to, make the board aware of that, and we had an extensive conversation at the finance committee. And we project ending the year with about $150,000. Yeah. So, and. But I think we're in good shape. Martha, while we're doing this, if you could just tell us about the SBA, because that's, we get a $260,000 a year grant, and we borrow money from them and we keep the interest. So it's a big piece of our budget.
Yes, so some of you may already know that we were recently approved for a new loan from the SBA in the amount of $1 million. We've just started the process of closing on that loan. In fact, all of the officers will be asked to sign a resolution after this meeting. And we're working with the SBA attorney who's out of the Buffalo office. So with any luck, we'll have closed on that loan by the end of May and have the money available to us in early June. We also received an email from the team down in Washington on Friday, letting us know that we need to be prepared to apply for the technical assistance grant. We haven't been informed as to what the dollar amount is, but we've started the paperwork. They want to make sure we're ready to apply as soon as it becomes available. So we're very hopeful about that.
Great news.
So all the planning may not have been worthwhile, but it's good to know. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If there's no further questions, I recommend approval of the financial report.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. On to the loan committee, and we'll be doing the portfolio dashboard. We'll take this back to you, Martha.
We went through this in great detail with the loan committee last week. Very briefly, loan client A, there's been no change. Loan client B has made their monthly payments, but not enough to bring them up to make them current. Loan client C, no change. Loan client D is coming in tomorrow with 3 months of payments, which will bring that loan current. If anyone have any questions. Thank you.
Is there a motion to approve the portfolio dashboard?
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Anyone opposed? Motion is carried. And we've got lots of loan requests.
So we'll start. Good morning, everyone. Page 7 in the packet. This is Bacon and Toast LLC here in Hudson, a restaurant. This is the Hudson Dining Around Orange. A $50,000 loan request of us, which we will split between the 2 loan funds. 72-month note. $870.57 a month. Interest on the loan of 7.75%. Purpose being the purchase of equipment, supplies, and working capital. Collateral being a lien on business assets. And the personal guarantee of principals. From conversation with the loan committee last week, we are happy to report that we have reviewed and verified sufficient funds on the part of the principals to complete the renovations. That was one of the questions from last week's committee. And also that the State Liquor Authority has approved a conditional temporary license for this location. So that is Bacon and Toast LLC here in Hudson. Thank you.
Questions? If not, is there a motion? That's it. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried.
Lucky, Family Health PLLC is doing business as Uteria Wellness in Greenport. It's a healthcare, operation. The loan request is for $50,000. It'll be split between the two loan funds with a 72-month term. And the total monthly payment will be $870 per month. The interest rate again is 7 3/4, and the money will be used to purchase equipment, supplies, and provide working capital. We will have a lien on business assets, the personal guarantee of the principal, and the loan committee did recommend this loan for Cleveland.
Did she have a loan with us previously?
No.
Okay,
Have we done other medical? Is this a new sort of industry?
That's similar, personal services.
Yeah.
But not,
Great,
per se.
though. It's like a whole new.
I
Yeah,
think she does like a lot of holistic,
okay,
things like that.
She's expanding.
right.
It's good.
is there a motion? Thank you.
Excellent.
All in favor? Anyone opposed? Motion carried.
Okay, the third one is the Knitting Room Incorporated, which is located in Green County. It's a yarn and craft store. The request is for $26,000. It will be a 5-year note. And the monthly payment will be $525 a month, interest rate of 7 3/4. The money will be used to purchase equipment, inventory, and provide working capital. And once again, the collateral will be a lien on business assets and the personal guarantees of both principals. Are there any questions?
Is there a motion?
So move.
Second.
All in favor? Anyone opposed? That is approved.
Brings us to page 10. Hello, everybody. Luiza's Pizza House LLC doing business as a Pizza Garden located in Greenport. The request of us was a $50,000 loan that again will split between the two loan funds, 72-month note, $870.57 per month, interest rate being 7.75%. Purchased equipment, inventory, and working capital with a lien on business assets and the personal guarantee of principal. And again, in conversation with last week's loan committee, we have received a letter from the Town of Greenport Building Department indicating no violations, no zoning requirement, and no other issues raised regarding the property. This is Luiza's Pizza House LLC in Greenport.
Apparently, they don't even need a CO to, go in.
Where is this in Greenport? This is the Pizza Garden location, Route 82, and I believe
By
Church Road. Church Road.
Okay, all right.
Don't panic.
Oh, the old show and tell for us, yeah.
You promised a sample.
I will bring some.
Oh, okay. Any other questions, comments? If none, is there a motion?
So moved.
All in favor, a second?
Second.
All in favor? Anyone opposed? Motion is carried. There's an SBA resolution that we need to.
Yeah, you have a copy of the resolution in your packet. On
Page 11.
11, yeah. And it's the same as the last time we took out a loan from the SBA. This has already been approved by the attorney that we're working with, and we just will require signatures at the end of today's meeting. And it does have to be signed by the secretary, and we'll affix the seal, and then we'll be sending it back to the attorney.
Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion is carried.
And the good news is that it's been reviewed by the SBA attorney, not our attorney.
Exactly.
But it's a form, you're not gonna change this form.
Okay, Mike, President and CEO report.
Yes, we are getting ready for the annual meeting. Riley Werner's been doing a great job getting the annual report and other collateral materials ready. We are excited to have the event at the college. We're going to have co-art cater it, and it's going to be a great event. We have been marketing it. There were of ads in the Register Star, including electronic ads, and there'll be a tomorrow or Thursday's Columbia paper, there'll be an ad. We've done electronic e-blast to the point where you're probably tired of getting them. We have 94 people signed up. And yesterday I sent out to what I call my VIP list of about 700 people, a personal invite, and Riley saw a significant surge in registrations after that. We're a week out, so I'm pretty comfortable. We'll, certainly be in the 115, 120 range, which we've told the caterer we expect and based on our previous history. Martha and Steve have been working on round 2 of the Office of Community Renewal Micro Enterprise Grant Program. You'll recall we did a version 1 last year. It's a $300,000 grant. We're entitled to $25,000 fee for managing it. We have 12 in the program, 13 people in the program. If they can successfully, they've been accepted by us and by Office of Community Renewal in their review. If they complete a 4-week course, and the first session was this week, the last week, they are eligible to get up to a $25,000 grant. It's a complicated grant program in terms of administering it and monitoring it, and Steve and Martha have worked very hard to understand it, so that we can be successful and collect our fee. You have to be under 2 years in business, no more than 5 employees, including the owner. I mean, it gets pretty complicated. And what we're really seeing is how much value we're bringing to the businesses that have signed up. Over half of them did not. How many did not have bank accounts?
Yeah, we're trying to get them now to open their business bank accounts. There were several.
I mean, and so it's really people who are at the lowest entry level of business, and to give them the basic tools from the classes and the support that Martha and Steve and all of us will be giving them over time will really be helpful to them. We have a meeting next week with the mayor of Kinderhook in connection with the $300,000 grant that we received through the process where they received the $2.4 million New York Forward initiative. That too will be a grant program. And we anticipate up to about 15 businesses or in the footprint within the village that was defined in the Future Forward grant. It can be conversion of or upgrades of apartments. It could be storefronts. I don't believe it can be not-for-profits. And again, there are rules and regulations, but we'll be working with the mayor. Our anticipation is that grants again will be up to $25,000, and so they'll be, assuming we take our fee there, it's $30,000.
I believe so.
It's $30,000 to manage that grant. And so, we'll be in a situation where there'll probably be 10 or 12 awardees. And the mayor did say to me that she'd like to see as many grants as possible, but we really can't be managing $2,500 grants in a program with that complexity. We are moving forward with both Hudson and City or Columbia County IDA projects. As you know, when they close, we get a $10,000 fee, 10% of the fee that the IDA gets up to $10,000. And I would say over the last month, we have been getting 2 to 3 new inquiries about starting a business, getting a loan, or doing a grant and development project. And so, the pace has picked up. Lisa successfully completed all of the reporting requirements with the State Authority Budget Office with help from Kat Leiden, our bookkeeper. And that's a very tedious process. And now if you go to the state ABO site and go to the public document section, you can find your name listed in the report, along with, what it was, 48 pages, the CEDC filing, more.
100. I think it's 140.
Yeah, and you can't upload any of it, it'll have to be typed in. So anyway, thank you, Lisa. It's, you know, it's key to not getting our name in the paper. We regularly review what the ABO posts as audits of other IDAs and local development corporations in the hope of getting ahead of them. And Riley and I have been working on, the most recent was 3 or 4 agencies got reviewed for website issues. And so we're, you know, we've created a template to go through our information on our website to ensure that we can get an 85% on the test if they came and looked at ours. And there were some things that we needed to update. So I think we're very excited about the news from the SBA. The SBA is losing 40% of their staff. The regional office in Syracuse did advise us yesterday of they're closing the Albany satellite office out of the Syracuse regional office. Results in at least 1 or 2 of the people we work with losing their position. And so, you know, they had not been aware that there was any forward activity with respect to grant programs or loan programs when we called them to tell them we had been notified that we received $1 million award. And, you know, they're supposed to be the regional office. And, you know, it was the first, he said, this is the first good news we've had in 3 months as to what our future is. There will be some additional requirements. We do have to, 2 steps, right? One is with respect to proof of citizenship, and there were 2 new requirements for SBA loans.
Yeah, some of them do involve us, and now they're, the last information I received was they took out the word citizenship and said proof of legally working in the country, so.
Okay. So, but I think that, you know, we're going into our busy season. And again, we're working on several potential IDA projects, both at the city and the county. We expect an application for the former Elks Club on Union Avenue for a $30 million hotel renovation. The Depot District building that you see is almost finished. We expect a mid-summer opening. They have a second project proposed, whether that gets through the IDA or not. There's some controversy about how many units will be restricted in rent and at what percentage of median income. And, you know, we're working through that with the city. So I think other than, you know, that, Mr. Chairman, and moving forward to looking through the bylaws quickly, I'll conclude my report.
Okay, thank you. Before we continue with the agenda, there's a personnel matter that I need to bring to the board's attention. And for that, we need an executive session. So you have a motion, please.
I'll make the motion. So go on.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, we are back out of executive session. Thank you. And moving on to board matters, nominations for re-election. Mike, let me come back to you.
Give it to you.
Yeah.
Give you a minute to find that.
Oh, you go ahead.
That's done, yeah.
We'll come back.
Proposed bylaws changes, we're gonna table bylaw changes for the time being, due to some remaining questions. And we'll come back to the board with proposed bylaws changes once they're ready. I wanted to raise the idea, just for discussion, about the possibility of reducing the number of independent members of the board, so that we don't have to get a quorum of 9. We if we cut it back to 15, then quorum will only be 8. We'll discuss that another time. We need to move along. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the March 25th, 2025 meeting?
Don't move.
Second.
All in favor? Anyone opposed? Minutes are approved. And now, Allison, are you with us?
Unfortunately, she's not.
I am here for another
I will
5
get her the
minutes.
notes
Okay,
of any,
coming to the strategic
comment.
plan update. This is what we're hoping is the final. If board members have remaining questions, concerns about content, tone, pictures. Mike, you want to take?
We basically went through the notes from the meeting and we added not-for-profit in many cases to the services that we provide. One of the comments that we had received. We also tried to get more specific as when we talked about energy and just specifically refer to gas and electric. And in terms of infrastructure and, we tried to,
I got you.
soften some of the language. You can wordsmith these things, to death. I think we tried to get it generic enough. I think that, the word sustainable to us means, cluster development, things that, you would, if you Googled what is sustainable economic development, it's not, climate change related, it's not, way out there stuff. It could include that, but, it's good. Planning and zoning, is to us are, sustainable in the context that each community will determine their own, rules and regulations as it relates to, but it's sustainable under our New York State home rule model. And if you take the town that has no zoning, in that town, sustainability is different than perhaps a village like Chatham that wants to preserve every historic feature and footprint that ever existed. So we're open to any final observations.
Are you okay with
Yeah,
this?
I'm good with that.
Did we
Yeah,
address the
great.
concerns? that
Yeah,
you
I
raised?
appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we will send this to the printer and go from there. Chairman, I do have the slate for directors.
Okay. Could you share it with us?
Yes. For a term ending on May 1st, 2028. Jim Calvin, Michael Johnson, Ken Leggett, Rachel Levine, and Christine Hintz. Is there a motion to recommend those to the full membership at the annual meeting?
Second. Brian and Rick. All those opposed? All those in favor? Anyone opposed? Oops.
Okay. No opposed?
Okay.
And to complete the open term ending on May 1st, 2027, Gary Graziano. That's a second motion.
Motion?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
I tried.
Anyone opposed? You want to vote no?
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
motion.
Oh, no.
There may have been, if we hadn't taken other action, there might have.
Okay, right. Okay. There are no members of the public on with us. And reminders of upcoming meetings in April 29th. That's next Tuesday, 7:30, not 8:30, 7:30 to follow the annual meeting. May 13th, Governance and Nominating Committee, May 13th is the Search Committee, May 19th is Loan, May 27th, the board meeting. Anybody else? Topics, questions?
Thank you all very much. Motion.
Thank you. Is there a motion to adjourn? All those in favor?
All right.
Out the door.